Someone is trying to enter. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for coming, everyone. These are our amazing store owner crafters, and we are all going to be creating in a minute, but just a couple things before we get going. So I'm going to go on, and they are going to be prepping their studio area, and we're going to get going. So welcome to everyone here. Thanks for coming. We are tonight, what we're doing is, this is called the Eileen Hull's Creative Party. And we are going to be working with the book box die, which is right here. I'll show you in a minute. This is the die. So everyone is creating with this. This is one of my new Sizzix dies. And what's really fun about it is you can make a book or a box or who knows what. And I don't know what we're going to see tonight, but we'll check it out. So thanks for coming, everybody on YouTube, Facebook, replay viewers. Hi, thanks for being here. I'm going to tell you about a giveaway that we have once some more people get on, but I just thought I would give you a little background on the die, what it looks like. But you can go to, hey, Brenda, Lori. Oh, I haven't even looked over here. How is everybody? Trish, Janice, Allison, Lori. Oh, how fun. All right, let me show you. I have a video. So if you want to see the full, how do I do this? If you want to see the full, all right, I don't know how to show it, but anyway, there's a video over on YouTube. So if you want to see how to put this together in more detail, you can go over there. But for tonight, what we're going to do is just take a look. This is the die here, and I think you can see there. This is the cover, and these pieces over here are like the little well that you use to make your indentation, or I call it a well. And then this piece here is the spine. So I've cut some out so you can see, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here, but this is two covers. And then if you want to make a book, there's oh, how did that happen? Wait a minute. This is like flickering here. What is happening? I'm trying to, sorry guys, I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to go full screen, and anyway, all right, well, I'm not gonna. We'll have everybody watching here. I'm just gonna try and aim it in this little tiny box. Oh, there's Bev. All right, let's get Bev in here. Hang on. Good to see you, Bev. Hey. All right, so here's the spine, and you can make it either thick or thin, depending on where you fold over on these score lines, okay? I think I just figured out why my live thing is, wait a minute. Maybe I can do it down here. Nope. All right, well, anyway, so there's two thicknesses that you can make your book with. And then these are the little pieces that form that well. And I've put adhesive on here, so you just, what I do is I attach them all together. I bend them over on each score line. I hook them together and make a rectangle, and then I set it inside the box like this. All right. So you can do that, or you can make a book out of it. And all you would do to make a book is just not include that little well. So it's very easy to do and really fun and quick. You can, there's just endless, versions of it. And if you guys want to follow me on Facebook on Eileen Hull Designs, you'll see I do Facebook Lives twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And let's see if I can find that video or little banner here. What does that say? Yes, you can go to eileenhull.com. We've got video or 3 to 5 new projects every week on the blog. Also, there's a new hub over on Sizzix.com, and that will connect all of my social media, so you can just go over in there and see where everything is and click through from that. So that's pretty handy. And then if you want to follow me on Facebook, that's where I do the live shows. And that's when I have them. Look at that. I was organized. I also have a new line of stamps out with Maker Forte if you want to check them out. And what else do I have? There's the fan club. Okay. And if you want to share this with a friend, why not? Because we're all here to create together. So we have the store owners right here with me. And then I hope that you're at home creating along with us. And so if you do that, we've got a giveaway. All right, I got to show that in a little bit because I'm getting messed up here. You guys know how I am with tech. Anyway, let's get going on the show here. So what I'm going to do is, all right, sorry, that blew my mind. All right, let's go around and introduce ourselves, and we'll just stay in this format. But right next to me is Sue. So Sue, do you want to?
Sure, for sure. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Sue. I'm the owner of Scrapbook Garage in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Our store is located in Parksville. And one of the things that we like to do through our classes and events is really focus on building community and using paper crafting as a conduit to doing that. So thank you, Eileen, for inviting me. I'm super excited to be playing with your new book box die today. It's so inspiring. So many things you can do with it. Yeah, so fun.
Great. Okay. Monica?
Hi. I figured out how to unmute. We're good. Well, my name is Monica Partridge, and I own Pear Tree Treasures in Hamilton, Ontario. Not as beautiful as where Sue is, but we have beautiful people here in this town. So, you know, it levels out.
Same.
So, yes. And I'm 45 minutes from Buffalo, New York, and 45 minutes from Toronto downtown. So yeah.
Very nice. Good location. Cool. All right. And Sarah?
Hey there, everybody. I'm Sarah from Scrapping in the City, and we're in the South in Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's 60 degrees today. We just had 6 inches of snow this past weekend, and just back and forth on the weather. But we've had Eileen to our store in the fall, and she came and taught our first live classes after our long shutdown. But we're super excited to be joining tonight and creating with this book box. And our store's in the heart of Knoxville. We have a storefront, we have a website, we do retreats, we do classes, crop events, all kinds of good stuff. So, and I think the best part's our store. Actually, it's a 111-year-old historic home that we're in. So it's a lot of fun, but we're excited to be here tonight.
Yes. Who are those people behind you?
Yes. I've got my design ladies, my design team here, Melinda and Paula and Margaret, and they're all creating with the die tonight. So
great.
We'll have a bunch of
Why not have a party?
Yes.
Okay. Michelle?
Hi, I'm Michelle Makash from Everything Scrapbook and Stamps. We're in Southeast Florida. We moved a couple times during the pandemic, and we're now in a better location than we ever have been. Eileen was in our store, it was a while ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah, you were like one of my first stops with the trailer.
Yeah, you had just gotten the trailer, I think, at that time. Right. I'm a mixed media artist. I also scrapbook and make cards and everything else. I love to experiment with stuff. So I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Thanks. Okay, Bev.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Eileen.
Hi.
Bev Hill. I own Busy Scrapping in Omaha, Nebraska. I've caught a little cold, so I'm not normally this husky, but it's not COVID. But really grateful to be here, be a member of the AIR group and participate. And you've been so easy to work with. I love the book box die. I think it's great for gift giving, and that's what I'll kind of feature tonight. So looking forward to it.
Great. Thanks, Bev. All right, Angela.
Hi, I'm Angela Beavers, and I have a store called Creative Chaos in Circleville, Ohio. And I have had the pleasure of having Eileen here several times, I think 3 or 4. So we always enjoy creating with her dies. And so we're really excited to show you what we've created. We had a class on Saturday using your die and everybody loved it.
Oh,
And
good.
so easy to work with. And so we're very excited to be here tonight. So thank you for doing this with our AIR group.
Okay. It's fun. It's fun because I don't have to do it. Okay, Stacy, how about you?
Hi everyone, my name is Stacy and I own Scrapbook Essentials BC, again in beautiful British Columbia. We are on Vancouver Island in Victoria, and I just encourage at least all my customers to keep watching because there's some special news coming out with us. But yeah, I'm so excited to work with the book box because I used it in a totally different way from a book. So there's so many ways to use this book box. It was so much fun to play with. So
good.
Show everyone.
Well, they're all so cute. I can't wait until everybody can see. Okay, Susan. Oh, you're muted, Susan. Yeah.
Better?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, I'm Susan Foskin and I own Paper Arts in Edmond, Oklahoma. Eileen has actually been to our old location to teach about 3 or 4 years ago. And now I'm trying to get her to come back to our new location because it's a lot bigger. She has room for a trailer out front. Anyway, but we have a website. We do Facebook Lives every day, Tuesday through Saturday. So here's the deal, you guys, don't get intimidated by this die because I had so many ideas. I couldn't decide what to do. So I didn't start this project till 11 o'clock last night and it's done already. That's how easy it is to work with.
Oh, good.
So if you're a procrastinator, I mean, this is the project for you.
Right. You know, it's easy too to crank out a bunch of them, you know?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Because I mean, I started with a lot of different bases and I had if you could have seen my desk, I had like 5 different bases and I couldn't figure out what to do next. So,
well, now you have 5 projects.
Exactly.
Okay, Brooke.
Hi, my name is Brooke, and I'm from Urban Paper Crafter in Edmonds, Washington. We're the north end of Seattle, kind of like a suburb. That would be my other half. He always likes to make a secret.
Oh, I thought that was you. You're so talented to.
Yeah, right. So, anyways, so we're located the north end of Seattle, basically a suburb up north. And so, and we've had Eileen out to the store. Gosh, it must have been a number of years ago.
That's a while ago.
Yeah, but I do remember you made quite the impression on the property manager handyman here. I think he might have been a little smitten with you.
He was trying to fix he said he was trying to fix the roof of my trailer that had.
Yes, he got out his stuff and he started waterproofing things.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that the other day. That was so, you know, I really miss the time on the road and being with you guys in real life, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm happy that everybody is checking in and that you've gotten to meet our designers here. And we're gonna, I think, just let's get going here. Maybe what I'll do is kind of go around. Would anyone like to start off, or should we just kind of go around in order again, and you can kind of give us an idea of what your thought was, how you got started, and on the project, and then, you know, how it turned out, and then maybe if there was anything special about it that you learned along the way, any good tips or anything. And we're not in any special order. It's just, you know, does that sound okay? Yeah, let's get going. All right. Any volunteers to be first?
I'll go first.
Look at this. All right. Okay.
Well, okay. I thought I would go first since my other half over there already just gave you kind of a precursor to what our box was. Okay. So that was our actual Bigfoot casting. And here at the store, Bigfoot's kind of our unofficial what is that, mascot. Okay. So I let him choose what the theme of our box was. And so hopefully you guys can see this okay.
I don't know how I missed it when you held it up before that there was a large monster in the
I know, right?
So cute.
So we went for kind of a guy's theme on the box. and I let him vote. He voted no ribbon, no frilly stuff.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we've got working on. And then we've got inside, we've just got a little bitty accordion album. So
cute. Oh, I don't know why that took you out of solo layout.
I thought you were done talking to me. That's why.
No, I'm not. If that happens, it's done it before. I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway, so how did you take that from like concept to creation? How did you?
Well, actually, this was my second version. I was working on something, and he came in, as he often will do, and either gives it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And he gave my first one a hard thumbs down. So I was like, fine, then what am I going to do? Yeah. And so he's like, well, Sasquatch, of course, that's what we're known for. So that's kind of how this came along. So he gets executive credits. That's what he always loves.
That's pretty good. You got to say it's different.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, that's very cool. So you have, all right, I think that's good for now. And let's, we'll go back and,
yeah, I have a cool technique kind of to show you about this later, but we'll do that later.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Does anybody else
I'm
want
happy
to go?
to go next.
All right. Wow. Volunteers. Hang on. All right, Sue. Stacy.
All right. Yep, that's okay. So when I first received the box, I love to do like little mock-ups. So I encourage people to try mock-up, and my idea was a shadow box. So that was my little mock-up.
Yes.
And I had just received the some Sizzix embossing folders and dies. I'm like, oh, I so know what I'm doing with this. And it all came together really nice. And I have these cool little bird nests. And so you'll see that a little later, unless, are you one who has to show final projects or?
Well, we're going to see them sooner or later. I mean, if you want to, why not?
Okay.
Oh my God, look at that. It's adorable.
I just have to put his little eye in though. So
what it
has coconut husks in here, and
oh wow.
I wanted some branches, but that didn't happen. It's kind of
them,
But yeah, it was so much fun.
Done. That is adorable. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, and we'll see a little more of this as we go along. Okay, who else? Anybody?
I'll go.
All right, Angela, we get you.
Okay.
All right.
Hi again. On Saturday, we did a class using a new Stamperia collection and created, sorry, I have to get acclimated with this camera. We created a box using the paper and the die cuts, and then inside there are cards. And then that first card also uses your new postage stamp.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
So
beautiful.
Just a quick, easy project. We actually completed this class in about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and they did all the cutting, not me.
Wow. Man.
So
you are a speed crafter and your people are speed crafters.
We call it cardio card making.
Great.
Yeah, and today I thought, well, I should probably try a couple more projects. So I took the new Graphic 45B collection, and I tried to make one with the spines and the elastic.
Yeah.
So I just put 3 little booklet signatures in there.
Neat. Oh, yeah.
Real easy. I mean, this took no time at all.
That is beautiful.
Took longer to decide what papers to use. The only other thing I had at home was this bunny paper, and I did the same thing and just made some more signatures because I think this by far is just so quick and easy. It makes a really fast book.
Yeah.
So
that is, you are living up to your name.
The chaos part or the creative part?
Well, you're right. The paper does the work. You don't even have to put anything on it if you have good paper to start with,
Oh, one thing I was going to share too. When I made this one, I really like black best. So I had gotten this is an old folder thing with a, and this is what I made the base out of.
Oh,
kind of
nice.
a thick folder stuff.
Yeah,
And it cut beautifully, and that's what I used to make the base of this one.
that is cool. I love the file folders. I do a lot with them. Yeah, those are neat. Very nice.
Thank
Okay.
you.
We'll see more. Okay, who else? Anybody? Bev? Are you Yes.
All right, I've unmuted. Well, I really like the stories of, how those ideas come and the creativity of everybody. And early on, I thought what I want to do is put a shaker on my box. So let me get acclimated here.
God.
And so I just lifted it up a little bit and wanted to make sure there was some sequins in this box.
At that.
And I used the mat board on this first one, which I really, really like the ease of the die cut. Did do the magnetic closure.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking Mother's Day or even just girlfriend gifts. This is just
look at that.
Little postcards with a lined envelope.
Beautiful. Oh man. How long did that take?
It took a couple hours because it was kind of building as I created.
Right. Yeah.
But I did try another one with the Indigo Garden and shaker again. But I cut it with the black chipboard, and instead of magnetic closure, tried the ribbon closure. So I'll show more in the details. But
oh wow,
get that back in the.
I know you.
I'm back.
Yeah, you found us. That is gorgeous. Wow. Well, thank you.
Lots of fun. Yeah, you bet.
All right. Good. Okay. Who else wants to show? All right. Monica wants to show us. There she is. All right.
Aha, unmute. Okay, now we're going to try switching the camera. Cut. Now, I know I told you guys I was going to make a drawer.
Yes.
Your story. Who was it? Susan? She started this project at 11 o'clock last night. Was that you, Susan?
Yes, I think it was.
Okay,
yes.
Well, Susan and I may be related somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's an ancestry DNA thing. Check it out. Maybe we're related because it's same exact time, only Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
So I made this project. I'm going to see if I can, again, like everybody does, flip it around the right way. So I used the 49 and Market Vintage Artistry Essentials papers, and I plan on doing a little more with this. So this actually tucks in like that. Okay. So, and I just left it with, so this board, this is the mat board from Sizzix. And I'm telling you, I should have got a lot more, but I didn't. So I got a little prototypey with other stuff. So this is how it just opens up. And I know I was going to make a drawer, sorry, but I made a pop-up instead. So you pull on the top.
Oh, look at that.
Right?
Oh, that is so cool.
And I'm like addicted right now to making paper flowers. So I was thinking I could do like a lattice. And then when you open it, you could do like a pop-up thing. Yeah,
oh, wow. All right.
I wouldn't have enough time.
Well, keep us in the loop because I want to see that.
I will. Well, worst case scenario, I can post it to your page, right?
Oh, yeah. Always. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Join the fan club and we're always accepting cool new stuff. Yes. Bring it anytime. Okay.
I could go next if you want.
Michelle. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
It was tough, I will tell you. So I did one that opens this way.
Yes.
All right.
Cute.
But inside it's like an artist's box. Let's see if I can see it.
Look
so
at that.
Hold on. In here is a little scene that I glued in. I put a shelf in here. I can't do this back to front.
It's hard.
Put a little shelf in here, and then if I pull my strings here that I put in, I have pens, sketching pencils, and a water brush.
Oh my Lord, look at that.
And then up here, so I can take all my tools out to use them. And then here is a little book I made so I can sketch in the book.
Oh, look at that.
I have palette paper. And there's my watercolors.
Oh my God.
So I can just take the box and go out and sketch.
Yes.
Because I have a lot of free time.
And you could even display it in that little shadow box there.
Yeah. And then that scene is just there to inspire you. It's a nature scene.
That is adorable.
That was it. And I rusted this up, and that's what I'm actually going to show today is a couple of different rusting techniques.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, these are shaping up, guys. These are looking, wow. Okay, who did we not talk to? Sarah and Susan and Sue. So, Sarah, you ready? I saw you waved your hand. So you're
Okay, we're ready. So I have 3 projects to show you. That's what's awesome. Margaret, you want to start? Come up and show. So they've been working hard. And Margaret used the, zoom in a little bit. Get a little closer.
yes.
She's used acetate frames in that, and she used the Sizzix gold, like the gilding.
The luster wax.
Yep. And
Yes.
then the new 49th and Market Art Options Vesta line. So decorating and using some fabric and board and making
yeah.
in there. Yeah, the ephemera. Yeah.
Oh man. So Margaret, you put the luster wax on the box and then you added the layers on top. Is that
right? And then I also put it over this mat board to
Yeah.
just kind of give it a real thin, watered down glaze.
yeah.
And it turned out really nice.
Yeah, she had the water going in the paint. And thin it out.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, so Melinda, let's see here, Melinda.
Yeah.
Hers up.
Hi,
This
Melinda.
hers. So she's using napkins and some decoupage napkin base. Then also not the big, but yeah, it's really wide.
Oh, huge.
She's using napkins and paint to cover it. And then she's doing, this is just going to show you, she's doing a work in progress. So,
Oh wow. Oh, neat. Beautiful.
but it's
Sarah,
made out of those,
you're
yeah,
breaking up a little. It's kind of hard to. It's like
the
choppy.
Tyvek envelopes. Have you ever heard of those?
What are
with the
they?
Tyvek.
Oh yeah.
So
Like
that's
the,
what she's to do the
Oh,
flowers.
that's what that is. Wow.
Yeah. So that's what
Cool.
she's going to be making some more flowers and stitching. You're stitching.
Yeah. We want to see.
Yeah,
Great.
so we're going to close over that. Okay,
Thanks.
come on. One more.
Okay.
So was used in some of her authentic papers, and she's done
Oh, yeah.
chipboard. And then to start working on the inside, of course, she did the magnets, but it's going to be the folios from 49th and
Oh.
Market that fit in there perfectly.
Neat. Oh wow. So they're pre-made and they fit?
Yeah, 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 pre-made. So she just has to decorate it.
Thank you for
Neat.
that. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at it's like a waterfall. Oh, that is cool.
Yep.
Ah.
And I used your stamps on there too.
Oh wow. Oh
Yep.
yeah. Thank you. Oh, they look great. Wow. Well, thanks. All right, you guys, you're cooking there. Okay. All right, we have Susan. You want to go? All right,
I'll go next. Okay, so in my defense, I did start this final project at 11 last night, but I was trying to do a little, because it's the perfect size for like a little purse clutch thing. So I was trying to make the outside of it look like leather, and I couldn't. And I spent like 3 days trying to get that leather look and that leather feel. So finally, at 11 o'clock last night, I kind of threw it away, and I started on this one. And the cool thing is the mat board takes paint beautifully,
Yeah.
and it doesn't like wrinkle or warp and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've used some of the Sizzix paints on here. This paper is called Butterfly Bliss.
Oh, that's
It's a new one that we just got. And then inside, I just went ahead and created a little accordion album. And I'm one of the scrapbookers that likes to use more photos than not. So this little album right here will hold 34 photos.
Wow.
So that,
Like 4x6?
5x4.
5x4. Okay. Oh wow. Whoa.
Yeah. Like keeps going and
You're
going.
not kidding. That's a
Yeah,
lot
so,
of
and it's all decorated as well. So
cute.
that's in, like I said, there's the inside of the box. So it just sits right inside
Oh,
there.
that's pretty. Did you watercolor that?
I did not. This is part of that paper. It's part of the Butterfly
Oh,
Bliss
okay.
collection.
Yeah. That's
Um,
pretty.
And it's just absolutely
Oh.
gorgeous. But when I put it down there, so here's how I figured out to use that I need to use the paint, because I put the paper on the backside first.
Right.
And then when I started to put my little box in, I was like, ooh, I didn't do anything to the box first. So then I was like, oh, I need to cover up that white.
Yeah.
That's when I just grabbed my my purple Sizzix surface paint and
Yes.
there we go.
Great.
And that's what I created.
It's beautiful.
And then I used some elastic, some kind of stretchy ribbon to kind of
that's pretty neat. Yeah, it's funny to see. It's not funny, but it's cool to see how many different ways you can, you know, use for things you can use for closures or. And the other thing I should have said when we got started, but I was thrown by the fact that I couldn't make my thing bigger. These are scoreboards dies. In case anyone's watching and you haven't heard of these before, they're meant to be used with thick material like mat board, chipboard, because there's an extra blade set down into the die that will score it perfectly and cut, so you know exactly where to bend everything. That's what makes them so easy to put together. So Sue, are you ready? All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for me, I craft a lot on the go, so I wanted something that I could put my sketch materials and things in. So I made a little box that is, I call it my Watercolor Easel Box. So it's just a box covered on all 5 sides with just a little ribbon closure.
Yeah.
And then it opens up like this. And inside you've got enough room for your pens, sketch box, things like that. You've got 2 little clips, but then this actually folds open, so you can use this as a palette as well. But the cool thing is when I'm out on the go, I can actually make it an easel.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, and the one thing that I had fun with is this paper here. I do a lot of work with water-based markers like Tombow brush pens, things like that. This is the Sizzix Opulent paper, the glossy ivory, and it has a gloss finish on it, so you can actually use this with your Tombow markers and it becomes a palette. So you could either have your palette on the inside, or you can use your your water-based markers on here, pick it up with your water brush. Again, similar to, I think it was Michelle that shared the little artist box.
Yes.
A little bit of washi tape, some pens, a pencil, my water brush, things like that inside.
That is so cool. And, you know, I love that easel. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like a whiteboard, you know, if it doesn't absorb the paint.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you got the water near the edge, it might absorb just a little bit, but it's pretty easy. I just put it on with repositionable adhesive and it sticks. And then when you finish with this one, I'll just swap it out for another piece of the Opulent paper and then I'll be good to go.
Oh, all right. I was thinking you could even use that as the easel and put your paper on top of it, and you know it's still nice, you know, and those little clips you could just attach them in there.
You could just attach. So I do have a question for those people that are watching. I'm having a bit of dilemma because I love this paper. This is new paper by Paper House Productions.
Oh, wow.
But I'm wondering if this would make a better cover. What do you think?
Yes.
Put your opinion in the chat. The best dreams happen when you're awake, or should I leave it with the watercolor paper on the side?
Oh,
I'd like to hear your thoughts.
All right, good question. All right, fans out there, let Sue know. What one do you like better? I can't decide. I like them both. I mean, the text is kind of makes you think, but then the watercolor is like the watercolor set. So they're both good.
I say make another one.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, you can brighten out. That is what I like about it, that you can, you know, if you had these, say you wanted to do even like a little book for maybe a baby shower or something, and you wanted one for the mother, one for the grandparent, you know, you could make 3 of them, and they're easy to put them together quickly, assembly line style. Okay, they're saying dreams, watercolor, they're like them both. All right, you're never gonna find it.
That's great. I'll have a read through. Yeah, when I was creating, I was thinking it would make the perfect little box for like a child that's just starting out doing their artwork and things too. You could put a bunch of different materials in there for kids, or
in the car, you know, when they're sitting there, I have nothing to do. It's like, here, take these crayons.
Yeah, you could just
be quiet.
And it's the perfect size to tuck it in a backpack too. It's very sturdy. You make it out of the chipboard or out of the mat board, and it's really functional art. So really great.
I know, I love that when there's something that you can use and it's pretty. I mean, that's like bonus, you know. So, all right. Well, now who was saying that they have a technique that they want to share? Let's
It was
Let's do
Brooke.
that. Did you?
I can start yet again.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Well, you're down in the corner there. All right. Let's
Okay. So when we were, when he kind of threw the idea at me to do the Sasquatch, we were lucky because we just had this new paper come in from Poland, and I thought this would be perfect for Sasquatch because it's kind of foresty. However, one of the problems with these, unless you're like a scrapbooker and you're going to use the whole page, is that the image is really, really big. So what I did is I took, I die cut one of the covers. Now my next book is going to be black. My first one was white, but I die cut one of the covers, and then I cut a piece of acetate slightly bigger than this. And so I put the acetate over that, and I made a perfect window. Okay.
Yeah.
So that when I hold this up to the paper, you get a perfect view before you cut in. As they say, measure twice, cut once, right?
Yeah.
So this way you can, is my paper upside down? Yes. Okay.
Oh, well, you can't really tell.
Well, I could because there's a lamp in it, but.
Well, okay.
So then you can move this around, right? And you can start, this is hard to do while I'm holding this up, but you can actually start to place your little, oh, he goes on the other side, your little die cuts. It's so backwards. Are you going to help? Thank you. It's really hard. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Because he goes on this side, and then you can put your die cuts here, and you can start arranging to see how you like your background before you cut for your cover.
That's a great idea.
And so this is, and then what I'll do, thank you, I'm good. Yeah. So what I'll do then is, because this is the perfect size template for this book, this will now stay with my die.
Oh, that's,
Yeah, you can also make these templates for your A2 cards and various other things that you make.
Very smart.
Yeah. It's always nice to have a second set of hands when you're crafting.
Yes, it is. Or 3.
Yeah. So for those of you guys that like to create scenes and things like that, that is a really cool little.
That's a great tip.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah. All right.
Are we starting to craft now?
Yes. Let's get going. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's what is your process? Do you let me just ask you this, because I'm curious. When you sit down to craft, do you have I know that Angela has a plan, because I can just tell by how her things come out. She knows what paper she's going to use, and she has a plan in her head. I do not always have that. Like, I have to cut stuff out, and then I mix it around and put things over, but I mean, I just wondered, how are you some combination?
I had 3 different covers before, and then thank goodness this paper came. So that kind of made the box. But because I was an engineer before I opened the store, a lot of times I get too much exact, necessity in my crafting. And so it can take creating a project from what should be 2 hours into like 6 hours, which is kind of what happened with this box. And so you'll see as I get into the details of showing you guys. The box itself is relatively simple, as is the little book inside, but some of the details are kind of silly. So
I know, but that's what makes it cool and special, and so it's like, you don't want to not do that, but sometimes you don't have the time. I know. I struggle with that all the time.
So
I never have a plan.
You
Ever.
don't? Okay, that's
Just
good.
happens to whatever I feel like at that moment.
Do you get like colors that you think might be good, or anything? Like, how do you start then?
I'll grab a few supplies and say, I want to work with this today, right? And do that. But Brooke, she's all about the math.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not measuring anything.
Yeah. See, I struggle with that too, because like when I design dies, they have to be exactly perfect to
That's
work.
different, yeah.
But then again, like to do art, you're kind of letting everything go free. So it's hard to have the right balance. But
yeah, it's definitely a conflict of those two sides of the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that happens is time, and you have a deadline, and it's like, all right, I just have to do it. So, yeah. Anybody else have a tip that they want to share? Okay, Sarah. Let's get you up here. I hear someone spraying.
That's me. Sorry. Did I mute myself?
I'm going to rotate the camera down here.
Oh, good. Okay.
Show you what Melinda is doing
Yes.
with a Tyvek envelope. So
Your Tyvek is what the priority mail envelopes
Right.
are made of. And this is actually not a priority mail envelope. It's just a sheet of plain Tyvek. And I painted it with acrylic paint. They're basically clean up prints off of my jelly plate. And I rough cut it into shapes. And then what you do is you get your heat gun and some kind of a skewer.
Ooh.
And as it heats up, it'll start melting or crumbling. Let me get it off.
Oh, yeah. Burn that puppy up. That's neat.
it's kind of like watching embossing
Yeah.
happens.
I never knew it would do that. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh, wow.
And you don't have a lot of control.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, wow. And then it just stays like that.
Yeah, and while you can be careful that you don't burn yourself.
Yeah,
But
right.
you can kind of, while it's still warm, you can
Mold it a little bit.
mold it a little bit.
Oh,
And
that is.
to make leaves, I took the Tyvek and I cut them into rough leaf shapes, and then I just did a running stitch so that I could gather it up.
That
And then
so
after I
cool.
heated it, I just pulled it out because the holes are there, but you can't see them.
That is so neat.
Finish.
I never knew that Tyvek would do that.
And then that's the finish when you can layer just a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what she's working on for her cover.
Yeah. Well, it's the perfect action. That is really cool. Oh, wow. Somebody's saying, wait a minute, let me put this comment up here. Oh my goodness, something new to do with all those Tyvek envelopes I get packaged.
Yes.
Oh wait, somebody else does the same. Wait a minute, I'm trying to get rid of that there. Trish Weaver. Okay. Neat. That thanks, Melinda. That's very cool.
Awesome.
All right. Boy, that's neat. Did you guys know that? I
No,
had
that
never
is
known
cool.
that. Yeah. I mean, burning stuff is fun. And if it's real, even better.
So Lisa had a question for me, and I answered it, but I don't think she saw in the comments that.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I got the wrong
That's
person.
okay. That
I
the
couldn't tell who was talking.
The Sasquatch, it's a die. We actually have it in stock at the store here. You could just message me after the video if you're in. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. We always talk about getting a little signal so I can know who's saying stuff because we have 10 people here.
Sorry, was Sasquatch the key?
Eileen, I'm working on how to do like the cutout of the shadow box.
Wait,
so I didn't. Stacy.
Yes. Oh, Stacy. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
sorry.
couldn't find you. Okay. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
okay. And
let's see.
I can switch my camera here.
Yes. Yes, that's cool. That's
Okay,
that's
so let me just lower this so people can see. All right. So yeah, because I end up cutting into the mat board. So I just picked a die that is rectangular in shape that would still give me the framework, and that works. I end up running this through. I put it on with lightly with repositionable tape, right? And I flip it upside down so that my blade is hitting the mat board first. And I just put that through a couple times, and it cut it out almost, but I just took an X-Acto blade in the end. But because I wanted this to be very wood-like.
Yeah.
I'm using that in the 3D lumber embossing folder. And this is how, that's what I'm working on right now. So I actually put like a big piece of double sticky tape on the paper that will coordinate with the same size.
Okay.
Right. And then I'm actually putting this into my little score pal so that I can easily line up into the corner, because this is really super sticky.
Yeah. Well,
if this is in the corner and I go and put this, now I'm going on top of the paper with my embossed pieces, I know that I'm right into that corner and I have that covered up.
Gotcha.
Right.
Cool.
And then I just keep kind of working my way. It just still keeps a little bit of, and then I know that I can now take my piece that I had ready and line it up here and get it right against, get it against that edge. And then I've got that happening, so that I just move that away. And I can take that off of there now. You can always use these to kind of burnish.
Yeah.
And it will not be so stick, not get your fingers all over it. And then I just take my extra pieces.
Look at that.
And I just keep kind of acting like a little puzzle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm lining it up. And you're not going to notice it's background.
Not in the end. Not in the end. Nope. And then for this last little piece, I just take, whoops, hopefully you guys can see that.
Yeah.
I just take my next little piece and just line it up there.
Cool.
There we go. And then of course I'm going to flip that upside down after I burnish it in a bit and just cut that off with scissors.
Now tell me again, did you say that there is mat board on the back? That the paper?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
There will be.
Sorry, I didn't.
That's okay. This is just a piece of cardstock.
Oh, okay.
That in the end I put on top of the mat board. I glue it down to the mat board. Yeah. And I don't mind that this is a little bit wider, like my piece that I just put over it.
Yeah.
That'll work out in the end nicely.
All right.
So then what I do, I'll just run this through a couple times and see. Let's see here. Because I didn't want to have too much of a thickness. Can you guys see that? It's like, see if I can do it sideways.
Oh, did you squish it?
Did I squish it? No.
I mean, in your big shot, I can't see what's in there.
Oh, I don't have anything in there yet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
so this is the mat board.
Oh, okay.
And I don't put, it's really bright, hey, on white. I don't glue that one down yet because I didn't want like the super thickness. I just need to move off the screen for a second.
Okay.
There we go. And I can stand up. You guys don't need to. And I just angle it slightly.
Yeah.
And actually, remember I said I wanted it upside down.
Okay. And that's how you're getting your...
That's how I'm getting my opening.
Order there. Yeah.
And so I just hold that down and then I go back through. And I do that. It's shaky because I'm shaking everything here.
Yeah, that's right.
And I just go through a couple different times.
Okay.
And we'll see what that has done. It's staticky. So that has started to
look at that.
Because I have the tape on there, I just alter the direction now. So it's angled on a different direction.
Yeah, that's neat.
And put it through a couple more times. I'm shaking my camera. Let's see. I'll go back through one more time. But then the nice thing is it will give me a nice indent. Yeah, a lot of that has broken through.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to move this. Give me some. And of course, it really squishes your tape on here.
Yeah.
And that's fine. but I do like to take that off now. Oops, I'm not in the screen. There we go.
We saw.
Because now I can take this off, and you can definitely see
that. Yeah.
what the frame is. And then what I do, now I have a gigantic, crazy sized mat here. It's an old mat. Oh my dear heavens. And then I just take, it's funny, this is an old mat that, of course, somebody had, not me, but somebody had taken a heat tool to it. Don't take it.
It's
on top of your mats.
Yep.
Okay. So then wherever it's not cut out through, I just take my X-Acto blade.
Yep.
And because it's nice, it's mat board too, it's thick. It keeps it in the groove.
Yep.
So it wasn't an issue at all. Being able to get this cut out. You can see how easily I'm doing that. There we go. That's pretty much all cut out anyway.
Great.
Well, we'll give it another pass. I'm probably not trying to press too hard.
Yeah.
I can feel
light.
I can feel the mat board underneath, or the self-healing mat now underneath. There we go. And that's exactly how I created that.
Yeah,
and now I'll do the exact same thing with this, right? And I know this is a little bit bigger because of where it was. And so I don't worry about that. And I end up just putting this square in here, and I do the same thing. Then I have the frame to go around.
And then you have the background.
The piece that's cut out, I use it inside.
So you know it's going to come out perfectly.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah. So that's how I did that.
And
of course, I'm inking it, and my box is all, except for the back, because I made it so that you could hang it up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But I did use the Distress Oxide sprays too.
Okay.
On the mat board, and it the same as paint. It works out beautifully. So
yeah, it looks like you can see the little grooves there from, look like the wood. It highlights it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That is such a cool technique.
Yay.
Thank you for showing us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.
Does anybody want to see the inside of my box?
Yeah. Hang on.
So I'm going to switch the camera. Because I wrote down measurements just now. So I'm going to actually, hold on, I'm going to switch that. And I'm going to use my scoreboard just in case I messed up.
All right.
It can happen.
Yes, it can.
A lot to me. Today, mostly, actually. Okay. So I saved the scoreboard over here for a minute. So there's the pretty 49 and Market papers over there.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, why am I seeing that? Okay. So what I did, I always do prototypes as well, because that's just what it is. I cut out a whole bunch. I just used the chipboard that I have in stock that we sell for making albums. So what I did was made my prototype. So I'm going to just show you. There's a magnet in here. I embedded it underneath the ribbon.
Okay. Yep.
And there's also a magnet in here. So that was my way of being able to hold that in there. So, and then it just pulls out from the bottom. You could also pull one out from the side. There's all kinds of stuff. And you can put a message in here if you wanted to have a present, or you could stick a gift card on here.
Yeah, that is so fun.
Right?
I mean, interactive. It's like a card, but better.
Exactly.
And you could put cards in there, and I don't even know if I said this.
Exactly.
This holds A2 cards.
Yes.
This box.
So here, like, it will sit down, so that could actually be like a little surprise at the end.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, it could.
Right? Put a little tag on here that says pull.
Cute.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, and what my thought was, and I'll post it later, maybe tomorrow when I'm done.
Yeah.
So in the 49 and Market papers, they have all these really pretty cut apart, laser cut aparts.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to stick them on here and maybe do like a pop out when you open the box. Boom. So this side will pop out, and then that's all pop up.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So
very, very cool.
So that is it there. And then I'm just going to show. So my process is basically fly by the seat of my pants, and yeah, just go, wow. Oh, what day is today? Oh, I forgot. So yeah. So this is what I did. I cut out a couple. So I had extra pieces left over. The prototype's a little different. So again, here's what I just cut out what I did. So when you cut out with using the book box die, you always end up with 2 of these. Right? Oh, it's auto focusing. Sorry, I'll try to keep still.
No, I can see.
So this is your leftover one. So again, I had a whole bunch.
Oh yeah.
Right? So because I cut out a whole bunch, so when I mess up, I just have another one handy. So this is what I kept for making the outside. Again, the papers are so pretty, and I'm not done, but they actually really went well with this color. So I was
they
like,
do, and that white really pops on the spine. I kind of like that.
Yeah, and you can do anything with that. Like you got all these ladies got so many awesome products on there, and making it look rusty and making it look antique-y. Yeah, my life is just cut things and try not to slice my fingers open. So
good plan.
Yeah. So with this box, what I did. Oh, by the way, I think you and I were discussing this, Eileen. It is much easier to put your papers on first if you're not looking for this exact thing. So I wanted to line this up. So I cut it out after the fact, but I found that it's definitely easier if you have like a pattern paper, say like this. If you glue it onto the board first, game changer, super easy. Just, of course, I had to not go easy because, it was late at night and I was like, why did I just do that? But so what I did in a nutshell, so this is the pieces that you would have. And I'm just going to show you guys. I'll show you my prototype. So you have an extra one of these. I put 2. This is what's in this box now is like this. I just cut it down to size to fit in there. Right. So I wrote this and I just cut it down. I put a mark because everybody's going to do theirs different, obviously. And sometimes it gets a little wonked out. So make sure you pull those out, set them aside. And all I did for this is I cut the bottom off here. I just cut it off. And then I actually put it together. So you can see here, this was my prototype.
Oh, okay. You didn't use the,
I just cut off here, and let's do this and you can see it.
Oh, so that allows the room, the piece to pull out. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So, and then I don't know. Listen, I'm sure we have all done the paper bag or the plastic bag pop up back in the day. So all I did was I have a million bags here from one of the events we just had. The Sizzix thing too, right? So these bags, they were really great. And what I did was, hold on, get a pair of scissors. I guarantee you a lot of the ladies that are watching from my group, they're going to know. Be like, oh, we've done this before. So and then you just wrap it around and then you tape it.
Oh, I get it.
Has anybody done that before?
I haven't, but I know.
It's so fun because you can make anything slide, right? Plus, it's great for doing photo slides. Like you could put on this. I can't remember the name of the die. It's got the photo strip.
Oh, the waterfall. Oh no,
it's like like a film strip.
Yeah.
You could use that in here and have that pop up. You could actually make a window and make it so when you pull the tag, instead of it popping up, it would just be you're pulling through a window here.
Yep.
And then you're pulling the film strip through.
Yeah, cool.
Kind of like a Polaroid camera.
Lots of options.
Right? So that's that. And I think what I'll do too is I might, on my page on Pear Tree Treasures, I have all the measurements. And maybe I'll do a quick video and then people will be able to make it because
and if you would share that in the Eileen Hall fan club, then we could all see it there.
Exactly, because once you guys see how, this is it
sounds complicated,
but it's not. It's actually really easy. I've done the complicated part. throwing stuff
you.
around and
You've done it
tucking
for
stuff
us.
10 times. So yeah, you guys are going to be able to make it like that.
All right. Neat. Okay, who else do we have? Now, one thing, we were shooting for an hour, which I don't think is going to happen now. So maybe we could just do like, kind of a summary of what, our little technique or anything that you want to share. I'm good to stay on because I'm a late night person, but I know you guys have been in your stores all day, some of you, and, we don't want to stress you out. So
I can show my technique in about
Yes.
2 minutes.
all right. Let's see.
All right. So a couple of things I was doing was making rust. I like to actually make real rust, but that takes months.
Okay.
But I've been taking book papers that I have here. So I have, let's see if I can hold these up.
Yeah.
So I started making rust on old vintage book papers. And how you do that is I have a product called rusting powder.
Okay.
And I sprayed vinegar. So I was the one you could hear spraying before.
Ah.
And you spray with the vinegar or lemon juice and it activates the rusting process.
Wow.
It has to dry though overnight. So with the power of television, here's what I did this morning.
Wow.
And it is rust.
Wait,
I mean, it is real rust.
that's overnight it did that?
No, did it in about 4 hours here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they do say overnight, but it's great. You can rip up those papers and use them.
Yeah.
I love the rust. And
Now-
it soaks through. So when I do my papers, I spray each one and then put the powder on, it soaks through.
Okay.
And then the other way you can do it is with paint. So here's what I just did while you're
Ooh,
watching
look at
somebody
that.
else.
Oh
So
boy.
these are that's the spine, obviously, of the book. This is going to be
Yeah.
a shelf inside my box.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I just used a few colors of paint.
Oh yeah, okay.
So a couple of different shades of brown.
And you just kind of smushed them together and
Yeah, I just use a sponge. You can do it in a couple of
Yeah.
minutes. If you dry each layer, then it doesn't blend too much.
yeah, okay. That's beautiful.
And
Now
that's how I do rust.
tell me, all right, now the rust thing, that blew my mind. Okay, so you you take what is this product? Who makes that?
It's Paper Artsy out of the UK.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there used to be another product here years ago, which I used to use all the
Yeah.
time to make books with.
Right. I think
Um,
I had some of that.
10 seconds, and they're not around anymore.
Oh, right.
So you can actually make rust if you get apple cider vinegar and you throw in some of those scrubbers that are made of metal.
Yeah,
Rust. You
like
throw them in
Brillo.
there for a few months.
Oh, wow.
You drain the liquid, and you get left with rust in the bottom.
Wow.
So, but then you'd have to sell it for
Well, yeah.
a teaspoon for $600 because it took so
That
long to
takes
make.
too long. Yeah. And if somebody else sells it in a little jar, much better.
Well, it's kind of heavy. It is metal in here, and you just spray with
Wow.
vinegar. And I've got apple cider vinegar.
That is very cool. Now, would that work on anything other than paper? Would it work on metal? Does it stay?
No, I don't think it would. I think it
Yeah.
would go right off because this
Wow.
goes into the paper. You
Right.
just have to make sure you're not like I did 5 minutes ago. Spray your face with vinegar because it doesn't. Seriously, it's like holy crap. Yeah. So I now smell of vinegar.
Oh, well, it's good that we're all remote. We don't smell you.
Right. Right. But yeah. So you
That
can make rust easy with paint or make it with real rust. I kind of like the real stuff because it's
Yeah, well, but
not uniform.
yeah, but that's now, how did you use that in your book? On the spine and then like on some pages or?
Yeah, I used it here on the sides.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Made it look rusty. It was going to be an old rusty box. But then I figured you couldn't really see it on the inside
Oh.
because I had the little scene in it.
Right.
There's a shelf in here.
Yeah.
So I figured I'll just show it on the outside.
Yeah, that's very, I mean, all of those little touches really add to make it individual and just kind of give your style, I love
Right.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I've got to
You're
find
welcome.
some of that stuff. Yes, very cool. All right. Who else? What is Brooke?
Somebody
doing?
said science
You're having
experiment.
way too much fun down there. Sorry. Somebody
I was just thinking it would be funny to have smell-o-vision for Michelle's project.
I know. It does smell a little bit. Yes.
All right. Who else has something cool? Anybody?
On the one I'm making tonight,
Yes.
I discovered, I don't know if you've done this, but I punched 3 holes on the outside
Okay. Yep.
with the crocodile and
Yeah.
sewed some black elastic, and it made a really nice way to put inserts in too.
Yes. Yeah. The other thing that you can do, let me find this. I don't think I have one, but you can take your crocodile and put it at the top of the book and punch it halfway and make a little notch so that your elastic fits. Oh, okay. I thought you had punched the holes down into the book.
I didn't. No.
Ah, but you could,
I learned
do that
from
too. Well, good idea. Yeah, it's fun. Now, who else have we not heard from? Bev?
So I finished the insides. The gift giving would be my topic. So there's nice little postcards with the lined envelopes. The first one I did a rosette.
Yes.
And then when I just threw the, but so it's just a basic belly band, but I think they're really nice gifts to give your friends, your moms, your aunts.
Right.
Graduation would be a nice idea too. So
Yeah,
I just think the versatility.
it is. And,
is
you know, it's
is
nice.
just great.
Well, you have the room so that if you do the cards, you still have a little extra room to add something like that with, you know, 3D element, a flower. Yeah, the rosette. Oh, look at them. They are
Isn't that
so
nice?
professional. It looks like Hallmark. Even
you go.
better. Yeah,
Even better.
That's amazing. That I had not thought of putting a shaker on the front. That now, is that one a shaker, Bev? Is that
It's a shaker, but it's got limited
Yeah.
area. So then I put the brads that have adhesive just to bring a little bit of dimension,
Dude, yeah, that is so sharp.
and then a little bit of, yeah.
That is really cool. Ah, I love that. All right.
So much fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that. Those are, I mean, they would be such nice gifts for anybody, anytime. Even to make some ahead of time and just have them ready. And, you know, you want to impress someone. Oh, I just happen to have this, you know, a little something I threw together. Sue, did you have anything you showed us?
Yeah, I showed you the little easel box.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
so the first time I cut it out, the spine was too big, right, for mine, because I cut it out of the main piece of the die.
Right.
What I realized is that we didn't have to use the full thickness, right? You could like
Right.
trim it down to whatever length you needed,
Yes.
or you
Right.
could actually fold it over and wrap it around the spine to have it a little more reinforced as well.
Right.
So yeah, just a couple little tips. Yeah.
Yeah, you can, well, you can, let me just, I wish I could do full screen here. I can't even do it because the little controls are along the top. But what I like to do, there are a couple ways that you can do the spine. I like to do kind of a rolled one, you know, where it looks more like a book to me, you know, when you do it like that. But you can do it flat, and it works too. One of my team members made a really cool closure. She took this is so annoying, a little piece of Velcro, and she made a set of cards too, and put a little piece of Velcro right here, so that when you it stays closed, but it's like not in the way. Because if you decorate the cover too much, you don't want to cover that with, too much stuff. The other thing was, and I think some of you had done this magnetic closure here, you know, where you set in, and same thing. It doesn't take away from the front. So yeah, very cool. Does anybody have like anything that they learned, or anything that you're taking away from it, like things you would do differently next time, or no?
One of the things that I want to try is just building the book base, right, with the box on it, and then seeing if I can adjust it just a little bit to make another one that fits over top, so you could have a 2-piece.
Oh, that's cool.
Right,
Yeah.
instead of using the spine, having that be
Yes.
two-piece box, I think it would be fairly easy to tweak it a little bit.
You just maybe, you'd have to get some hinges or somehow.
Or just trim the pieces that make the inside of the box. They just need to be trimmed on the non-hinge corner just a little bit. And then, one you make the same as what the die's intended. The other one you just trim down a little bit, and that would give you the box on the cover, right?
Yeah, so, you need a little more room. Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Susan, did you want to say anything or no? Or we're just going to look at you anyway. See your store there.
There we go. You see the store.
I love your chandelier.
Thank you. That was an awesome thing. So I had a chandelier in my old store, real quick story. And when we moved, it fell and broke. And a customer said, if your electrician will come take this one out of my dining room, I hate it. You can have it.
Oh, wow.
So I was gifted with that beautiful chandelier.
And that was it?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's nice.
No, I had a lot of fun. Now, like I said, I was trying to make like a little clutch. So I think the next project the next time I do this, which will probably be later this week, I'm going to try to cut it out of leather itself rather than try to use, because I tried to use the Sizzix Surface product, that's in a roll.
Yeah.
And, you can wet it and, you can ink it and stuff like that. And I was trying to make that look more leathery, and I was getting frustrated with it. So I think I'm actually going to use the die and cut actual leather and see how that works.
Yeah, it will. The only thing about that, the leather, is a little tricky because you need to get the right thickness.
Yeah.
It's either too floppy or too thick, and the score lines you need it like a 2 to 3 ounce leather if you want to use it, as a book.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful, but a lot of times I use the Sizzix surfaces to back it if it's floppy leather, so just
that was just my frustration, because I have this idea in my head and I just couldn't make it come to life.
Yeah, it drives you crazy.
And now it's going to sit there in my head until I get it done.
Well, you better do it.
I'm going to this week.
Thinking about it.
Hey, Susan, message me later. I can show you how to make leather.
Perfect. Thank you. Like I said, that's what 3 days of my project was, and then I was like, finally I had to do something, because
you sound like me. Well, you have to go through that process in your head and try to make it work, and if it doesn't, then you have to adapt, and then you have to finally just do something because it's time to do it.
Yep. It's like, okay, I got to study for this test because it's at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, just
yeah. I do. Well, I do Facebook Lives twice a week. So it's like every week I'm like, oh, what am I going to show now? And at the last minute, sometimes it works and sometimes, not the best. But the good thing about it is that it makes me keep making something. And I really need that in my life. Like with all the stuff going on, there's you guys know better than anyone, all your administrative stuff and your, online stuff, that if you don't get the time to create yourself, you lose touch with why you're even there, because that's like the most fun of it. And then you don't get time to do it. It's just, so that's why I'm still
doing this. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm so happy that it was Angela that came up with the idea. So thank you, Angela. Yeah.
I wanted to show one more thing. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So on the inside of my box, when I was working through this box, I actually ran into in my stash your
the waterfall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to show that it actually fits perfectly on the inside of the book box. So for those of you guys that have that die, it's going to work really well with this one too. So
great. I had not even tried it in there.
Every once in a while I run into something, I can actually find it. And so,
Thank you.
So
she's telling me to use my own dies.
Okay. I have a tip. It's probably been shown before, but it helps to make things a lot easier when you're creating the actual little box part.
Yeah.
Just use some clips when you're gluing it together. So these are just my sewing clips, and while it's drying, and so it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, that's a great tip.
So much easier.
I love them. I have ones I like to use the ones from Dollar Tree. They're like these. Whoops. And I like them because they have the silicone tip. They don't bite into your project. You know, they don't leave the marks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is too much fun, guys. We could do this, you know, every
Just
week.
all night long.
What are you working on? Oh, I'm making this. It's fun. Well, I am just so impressed at how we all use the same product and we all got way different things out of it. And that's why I like creating these dies to be like a background or a blank canvas. And you can put paper on it, you can paint on it, you can letter on it, you can ink it, you know, rust it, do whatever you want to it. And it's always going to come out a different way. And I do try to design dies that have more than one use. So that's why I like it. It can be a book or it can be a box, whatever you want it to be. Or you could just like who made the shadow box? Stacy?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, or you can make a shadow box. Who even had that, you know, in their head? Not me, but I'm glad you did. So I want to thank everybody. I think we're good. It's 9:17. That's like amazing. Sarah, did you want to show any more from your team there? No?
I don't think they pretty much just have been finishing decorating. So
yeah. Okay.
Again, Melinda did the napkin and washi tape across of it.
Cool. Oh, all right. You were kind of breaking up when you were talking about that.
Okay.
Washi tape and napkin?
Yeah, napkins, the napkin technique, using like,
Yes.
decathlon napkin. And then she also used the new 49 and Market washi tape that's huge.
Huge.
So
wow.
That felt cover and it has, the slide and it just cuts. So this is
that's adorable.
Isn't that cute? Yeah. So we were using that and covering just another idea instead of just using papers. So
yeah. Oh, I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Let me look on my list here because I just want to make sure I said everything I'm supposed to say. First, I want to thank what did you
sorry to interrupt you. I just noticed in the chat somebody was asking if you could show the die.
Oh, yeah, that would be helpful. I turned the thing off. Yes, this is the die. It's called the Book Box. And you can find it probably in some of these nice stores or your local store. You can, yes, go to your local stores, support your local stores, because if you go to a chain store, you're not going to find this kind of knowledge and people who are actually working with their products that they're taking in, so help the store owners out. Okay. All you fans there. I want to thank the team here, for working with my dies. I also want to thank Taylor. And Taylor, I was wondering, could you put up that giveaway? Because I can't get out of my little box here to do it. I can't believe it. I don't know if she can. Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this here. Show. I think I have to get out of here. No, I don't know. All right. Well, if you want to try to win the giveaway, we have two. We have one on Facebook and one on YouTube. So if you do the hashtag Eileen Hull Creative Party, all one hashtag, on Facebook or Instagram, after the show, you're going to have a week. And on my Tuesday Facebook Live, I'm going to pick the winners and announce them. So if you guys have been creating along with us, or if you have a project that you made with that die, we would love to see it. So if you can post it on either one of those platforms, and make sure to hashtag it, because that's how we find it. We search the hashtag Eileen Hull Creative Party. There's no S in there. That's how we're going to pick our winner. So please, if you played along with us, thanks to everybody that was in the chat. I was so busy clicking around, I didn't get to look, but I will after the party. And we will be, these two broadcasts are archived. So if you didn't get to see the whole thing, you can go back and look at it. Somebody's trying to get in here. Who is that? There's Sarah. So you'll be able to go back and watch the whole thing. Like if you want to go in and see what technique, how do you do that or whatever, and watch over again, you can do that, which is really nice feature of this. And thank you, Dakota. It's been so great to see you. Let's just take a look over in the chat. Sandy is saying there's so many wonderful ideas from everyone tonight. Thank you, very creative designers, for sharing. Yes. It's been great to see what these creative ladies did with the same die. Thanks to everyone. Time to go to bed. I want to thank. I saw some of our friends from the UK, and it is like 2 a.m. there. So thanks everybody for hanging in with us. And just again, thanks so much to you guys for creating with my products and sharing your creativity with everybody. I know you're busy, and I really appreciate that. So thanks everybody for coming, and we will see you. Please come over to Eileen Hull Designs. You can watch our Facebook Lives. Join the Eileen Hull fan club. I had all these little banners about that, and I can't get to them. But anyway, I need help. I really need
was asking how to find the
stamp. It was anyway. All right, I am going to end our broadcast. Yes, did somebody just?
Yes. It's Brooke, but also Stacy said it. There were some questions about people wanted to know where to find the stores.
Oh yeah, good question.
Do you have a graphic or anything?
I don't, but we can make one and we can post it in. I can post it on my page or in the fan club or both. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, so we'll put up the links to everybody's. Well, you guys send me. I did start doing that, and then I didn't know which platform that everybody worked on, where everybody's audience was. So I kind of.
I think Taylor put up links.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think at the beginning.
Put some in the chat, but we can put them all together and give everyone a graphic, because you might have a store right around the corner from you, and it's one of these stores, So go ahead over and take a look. And I don't know if some of you guys do online or what, but if there's something that people need, you're a great resource. So yes, thank you, Brooke. Good idea. All right. Okay, everybody, I'm going to end the live. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, let's wait.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.